इशारों इशारों में दिल लेने वाले, पता ये हुनर तूने सीखा कहाँ से। निगाहों निगाहों में जादू चलाना मेरी जान सीखा है तुमने जहाँ से। मेरी क्या थी इसमें खता, मुझे जिसने तड़पा दिया, यही थी वो जालिम मदा, यही थी वो जालिम मदा। ये रांझा की बातें, ये मजनू के किस्से अलग तो नहीं है मेरी दास्तां से। इशारों इशारों में दिल लेने वाले, बताए हुनर तूने सीखा कहाँ से।
Hello friends, welcome to another episode of Sridhar's Geet Mala. I'm sure in the song that I just played you noted the beautiful sitar interlude before the second antara. In 42 years of music composing career, starting with Asman in 1952 and ending with Zid in 1992, composer O.P. Nayyar had a real roller coaster ride. Successes would come in fits and bursts. His first three films, Asman, Cham Chama Cham and Baaz, did not make any impact, though the music was good, possibly because the films themselves bombed. Then came Arpa, which actually was a huge hit and it catapulted him to the top, followed by the successes of Mr. and Mrs. 55 and CID. Then again there was a lull. He could not give any hits for a couple of years. Then in 1957 came Nayyar, and the very next year Howrah Bridge, which were again big hits. Again after this there were no hits for a couple of years, and this was also the period when his personal life was going through a new phase. His relationship with Asha Bhosle had turned serious. Maybe he was getting distracted because of that. So during this period, the films that he did, The Ustad, Jali Note, Basant, Mitti Mein Sona, Hong Kong, etc., did not create any ripple whatsoever. Then he hit the purple patch. In 1962, Somu Mukherjee recommended him to his father, Sashadhar Mukherjee, who was making Ek Musafir, Ek Hasina. That was the turning point. Apart from Ek Musafir, Ek Hasina, in the next 4 years, he gave us Fir Wahi Dil Laya Hoon, Kashmir Ki Kali, Mere Sanam, and Bahare Fir Bhi Aayegi. All of them huge musical hits. And with Kashmir Ki Kali, O.P. Nayyar possibly reached the apogee of his creative genius. And to think that originally Shakti Samanta was looking at Shankar Jaikishan for this film, largely because Shami Kapoor was insisting. It's only after Open Air insisted that Shakti Samanta listen to some of his tunes which he had already composed that Shakti Samanta then relented, and then he picked actually 12 tunes from Open Air's collection, some of which he used in Kashmir Ki Kali and the rest he used in Sawan Ki Ghata. Kashmir Ki Kali was actually the Hindi film debut of Sharmila Tagore, who was just 20 years old when she did the film. And the story was loosely based on the Hollywood film Come September. While the film itself was shot very well, picturized in Kashmir of those days, it was the songs really which has given the film cult status since then. Not only was the music by O.P. Nayyar simply outstanding, the lyricist S.H. Bihari, who had a very long-standing partnership with O.P. Nayyar, perhaps wrote some of his best lyrics for the film. All the songs of Kashmir Ki Kali were all superbly sung by Asha and Rafi. But more importantly, in this film, one gets to really appreciate O.P. Nayyar's awesome use of musical instruments like the sitar, the sarangi, the santoor, the mouth organ, the harmonium, and of course the saxophone, plus his legendary horse hoof rhythm. The beautiful sitar interlude in Isharo Isharo Mein, played at the start of this video, takes an already beautiful song to an entirely different level. Then in the song Kahin Na Kahin Dil Lagana Padega, he used the mouth organ so beautifully. He used it both as the prelude as well as the interlude.
किसी न किसी से कभी न कभी कहीं न कहीं दिल लगाना पड़ेगा, किसी न किसी से कभी न कभी कहीं न कहीं दिल लगाना पड़ेगा.
Then the interplay of sitar and sarangi to the rhythm of horse hoof beats in the opening music of Deewana Hua Badal. Deewana Hua Badal has been voted as one of the most romantic songs created in Hindi films. And the tune and the way the music was composed for that must have been very responsible, one of the big factors in it. Incidentally, the sitar and sarangi were played by the legendary Rais Khan and Pandit Ram Narayan respectively. And if you listen to the most iconic number of the film, Tareef Karu Kya Uski, in which Mohammad Rafi is supposed to have sung Tareef Karu, that particular line, differently every time it came, and Shami Kapoor is supposed to have done a different movement every time that particular line was sung. If you listen carefully, you can note the sounds of santoor as a background along with Taarif Karu Kya Uski. The santoor was incidentally played by Pandit Shiv Kumar Sharma.
ये चांद सा रोशन चेहरा, जुल्फों का रंग सुनहरा, ये झील सी नीली आंखें, कोई राज है इनमें गहरा। तारीफ करूं क्या उसकी जिसने तुम्हें बनाया। ये चांद सा रोशन चेहरा, जुल्फों का रंग सुनहरा, ये झील सी नीली आंखें, कोई राज है इनमें गहरा। तारीफ करूं क्या उसकी जिसने तुम्हें बनाया।
And all this from a person who had no formal training in music. Just imagine. Now, apart from these winners, there was also the Bhangra-based Meri Jaan Balle Balle, which was also a beautiful song, picturized beautifully. It brings a whiff of Nayyar's Lahore days of Punjabi folk music. Then there was the brilliantly composed Subhanallah Hasi Chehra, in which the harmonium did the honors as an accompanying instrument.
सुभान अल्लाह है हसी चेहरा है, सुभान अल्लाह हसी चेहरा, ये मस्ताना अदाएं, खुदा महफूज रखे हर बला से, हर बला से। तुम्हें देखा है तो दिल बोला है, तुम्हें देखा तो दिल बोला कि तुमको दूं दुआएं, खुदा महफूज रखे हर बला से, हर बला से।
Now, there was also a song, a solo song by Asha Bhosle called Balma Khuli Hawa Mein, which unfortunately was removed from the film after the film was released and after a few shows had already taken place. It's actually very funny. Apparently, the song had Sharmila's dupatta flying in the air rather than sitting coyly on her kameez, over her kameez. Some censor board member decided that this would morally corrupt the youth and forced Shakti Samanta to remove the song. I can only say whoever the censor board person was, he should have been given a Nobel Peace or Nobel Prize for morality. So in the film now, you don't see the song, you only see the initial alap and the song gets completely missed. Fortunately, the song was recorded. There are a few who went for the early shows who were able to see the song, picturized song. But for the others, the recording is always there. And what a song it is. Asha's voice is pure honey. For me, however, the piece de resistance is the. For me, however, the piece de resistance is the song "Hai Duniya, usiki, zamana usika." Rafi's voice in itself is enough to induce goose pimples. But Manohari Singh's saxophone adds an entirely new dimension to it. Especially the short little nuggets of sax punctuating the lines of the antara, particularly the second antara. Please note this. Please listen to me rendering this song using headphones. Thank you.
है दुनिया की ज़माना उसी का, मोहब्बत में जो गया हो किसी का। है दुनिया उसी की ज़माना उसी का, मोहब्बत में जो गया किसी का। है दुनिया उसी की ज़माना उसी का, मोहब्बत में जो गया किसी का। लुटा जो मुसाफिर दिल के सफर में, है जन्नत ये दूरियां उसकी नजर में। लुटा जो मुसाफिर दिल के सफर में, है जन्नत ये दूरियां नजर में। उसी ने है लूटा मजा जिंदगी का, मोहब्बत में जो गया किसी का। सजदे के काबिल हर वो दीवाना कि जो बन गया तस्वीर जाना। है सजदे के काबिल हर वो दीवाना कि जो बन गया तस्वीर जाना। करो एहतराम उसकी दीवानगी का, मोहब्बत में जो गया किसी का। बर्बाद होना जिसकी अदा हो, दर्द मुहाबा जिसकी दवा हो। बर्बाद होना जिसकी अदा हो, दर्द मुहाबा जिसकी दवा। सताएगा क्या उसे जिंदगी का, मोहब्बत में जो गया किसी का। है दुनिया उसी उसी का